Yeah.
First thing I noticed was the drink in your hand, but it's non-alcoholic.
Yeah,
Is that right?
That's a cola.
Of some sort.
To make it look authentic. Try to make it look like a Guinness.
I shouldn't be able to see, but I could tell that it wasn't a Guinness. But yeah. So tell us, so you went back to Glastonbury this year. First time you played there was, what, 35 years ago?
Yeah, 84 the Smiths played there.
Wow.
It was a very, very different prospect. It's nothing like it is now. It was just three very muddy, you know, half-empty fields with sort of people well over 30 dancing around like it's like they were at Woodstock. Nothing like it is now. No cash machines, and no, you know, look, there's like 70 stages or something now. It's a completely different culture now.
But somehow, do they still manage to, even though it is commercialised in that way and very modern, do they manage to sort of still hold on to some of those sort of earlier plans?
I guess, I mean, if you know about it, I guess because Michael Eavis was still involved back then, and so it's the Eavis family. Yeah, I think it's just sort of grown and grown and grown into its own thing now, and it's, you know, an institution and a sort of national treasure in its own right, I think. Yes.
Tell us what it's like backstage. Because we see these lovely shots, it looks incredible. I want to know what it's like backstage.
Well, it depends on what the weather's like, obviously. Amazingly, every time I've done it, the sun's been out. So it's always a load of guests, really. But I try and look out for musicians and people that, you know, people I like.
We saw a bit of the Killers there, Brandon Flowers on set. Let's headline set. How sort of long do you get to plan for that? When did that phone call come in? How did it work?
Brandon contacted me about maybe a week before, like 5 days or something, and asked me would I do it. I mean, that song, This Charming Man's, not too bad because I wrote it. I wrote the music. So I sort of vaguely knew how that went. Then I played their big song, Mr. Brightside, and I'd never played that before. So we met up just before they went on, and I went, OK, show me how it goes. And the guitar player ran it down. Brandon sang it. I went, OK, got it. And then I just...
and then you got on stage and perform it?
Yeah, I was going to say I crossed my fingers, but that isn't such a clever idea.
No, probably not, given your job.
Yeah, you just concentrate and hope for the best, really. Yeah.
I suppose that's why you do the job you do. You're able to do that sort of thing.
Yeah. You know, I've been in that situation quite a lot. So I like it. I like the kind of excitement of it and the unpredictability of it. You never know. It feels like you know, it was a big event, so you kind of hope you just sort of get swept along on the sort of euphoria in the...
Do you ever get something like that? Do you ever get nervous about something like that? Or is that part of that adrenaline that you love? Because you say Mr. Brightside, but everybody watching on TV and everybody there is thinking, when are they going to play Mr. Brightside? And eventually it comes on.
No, to be honest, I'm much more nervous this morning than I would be going on there, because when I've got a guitar and that's what I do, you know, it's like go out playing in front of people and sing and play. That's what I do, so I don't get nervous about that at all. But
you've got a gig.
Don't
be. You've got a gig announcement to make, haven't you? What are you up to?
Yeah, we're announcing today that we thought to finish off the touring, I'd come and play a hometown gig in Manchester. So I'm going to play at the Albert Hall on September the 4th, which is just to wrap things up, because I'm going to stop touring just for a little bit to make some more records and do a couple of other projects. So we thought a nice way of ending the year would be to play in Manchester. So the tickets are going on sale tomorrow, I think.
You say so? Could you make more records, more collaborations, or what do you?
Yeah, I want to get back to. I did some work with Maxine Peake, the actor, last year, and you know, Maxine's so busy and I've been so busy. We've been trying to sort of finish off what we started there. We've got a few things on the go, so I'd like to do that.
Is that music?
Yeah, it's like a spoken word thing where I do the music and Maxine writes words and she performs over the top of it. So I like it because it's completely different from writing regular songs. And then aside from that, I guess I always like working with Hans Zimmer, the film composer, because that's, again, it's a thing away from usual verse chorus thing, you know. So yeah, collaboration's always it's always interesting, yeah.
The Manchester gig, obviously, you love being on stage and that interaction with the fans. Is there still something special about a gig in your hometown?
Oh yeah, that's well, it's a bit like Glastonbury, really. Your text is going as soon as you announce it. When I leave here now, the phone will be blown up, and all these people, you know, get in touch, and that's a really lovely thing about it, you know. And you do see people in the audience who, you know, did I go to school with her, and who is that? Is that a cousin? And yeah, it has a really great feeling of an event, you know. It's not the norm, so I love it.
It's lovely to see you.
Nice to be here.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
The new single is called Armatopia.
Yeah.
And the tour is obviously ongoing, and September the 4th in Manchester.
Yeah, and we do the Meltdown in London on August the 8th with Nile Rodgers.
You're a busy man, aren't you?
Yeah.
Thank you very much for popping in. 28 minutes past 8.